rules, you have to contact customs, you have to personally visit customs.
Can we have a show of hands for those companies who are yet to register, or everyone is registered? 1, 2, 3, 4,
So
5.
is this hand for registered or not registered?
Not registered.
Registered, but still there are some technical glitch with
So-
IC gate.
But not registered. Basically, you are not able to access.
Done. First service on our sir, but second service not done.
Okay.
Some issue with
And
today.
like you mentioned, have you escalated to the SCMTR cell at GMC?
Actually, I got a call from the DT, from the DT, from the Ashoka, from the data management, from customer, as well as Mr. Dharmendra called from Infosys and Pooja, but still it is not resolved. Some sort of.
But sir, request you to personally send some colleagues to personally
we will
visit.
visit that. Not.
Yeah, you can contact.
Who's the person?
You can contact Mrs. Samruddhi and Prashant Kumar on second floor 202 room.
Do we have any contact numbers?
Yeah, if everyone is on group, the contact numbers are already there.
Which group
No,
are
no,
they?
so, no. That's a customs commissioners group. But if you can share it with
Okay,
me,
I will
on the consolidators tie group basically,
Okay,
so
sure.
everyone will get it.
I will share.
Yeah, so we'll share the information with you before we wrap up the session today. Don't worry about it.
Okay, welcome everyone and good evening. Today I would like to briefly explain what exactly is SCMTR, and then we will move forward to the SCMTR filing and requirements, and the requirements of both LCL and FCL. How consolidator should file, whether it should be as a C or R, because basically we have been getting such queries, and most of the guys are getting now a number of rejections, and I can help you how we can avoid those rejections, and we can ensure timely filing, and you will get an immediate response from the ICE gate. Okay, let's begin.
Your view is getting blocked over there. So this is good. This angle is good. Go ahead.
Okay. This is the agenda for today's session. Session walkthrough is around why SCMTR, then we will go through SCMTR regulation mandate for both imports and exports. We will clearly advise what exactly is the timeline for both imports and exports, and SCMTR timelines, mandatory details required for both imports and exports.
Regulation 98.
JSON file formatting. Currently, we will explain only for import JSON filing. Exports, since it is still under development for each and every company, and the format is not yet approved by the ICE also. That we will explain in the next sessions. And upcoming challenges, the errors, how to fix those errors, queries, we will advise you. Okay, hope everyone knows that CBIC, who is the Central Authority, Regulatory Authority for Shipping, they had released in 2018 notification that they are going to implement, but since last 8 years they have been postponing with several notifications that it is every 3 months, 6 months, 1 year they have been postponing. But now it's D-Day for imports. From today onwards, you can view IGM details, but SAM is implemented by ICE, but it is not compulsory or mandatory. It is a parallel filing of both SAM and existing filing. Okay, existing EDI 1.5 filing. The SCMTR regulation, what it states, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, wide several notification had announced in 2018. Now it will be coming to force from 16 January onwards. This regulation will supersede the old, nearly 40-50 years old regulations like Import Manifest Vessel Regulation 1971, Export Manifest Vessel Regulation 1976, Transport and Goods through Foreign Territory Regulation of 1965. These are all 40-50 years old regulations. Now, ever since the Modi government has come, they want to make changes. Ease of doing business. One country, one manifest. So this is the impact. So they want to have a one country, one regulation, one manifest. So they want to. They are coming up with the new changes, and all these regulations will supersede with the new one. That is SCMTR, Sea Cargo Manifest Regulation. We have around 13 major ports and nearly 200 smaller ports. So under SCMTR, currently shipping line and their agents are there, smaller ports. Current process is that if any vessel is coming to Mundra, shipping line or their agent is filing a current process IGM. If it is coming to Mundra, they are filing IGM. Then if it is coming to Pipua next port, then it is coming to Pipua. When it is coming to Nhava Sheva, again they are filing one more EDI for Mumbai, Nhava Sheva. So they are filing multiple times for same vessel which is calling to Indian port. So now customs are saying when all other countries are already advanced, they are taking a cargo manifest in advance before loading. Why can't India? So they have come up with a SCMTR regulation. They are saying that we want one manifest before any vessel calling to India. One nation, one regulation. So since it took nearly 8 years to implement this, various stakeholders like earlier forwarder was not included, but in this regulation forwarder has given an opportunity to file their manifest. Consolidator already is a part, but since forwarder is there, again forwarder and consolidator are going to file their manifest. Then shipping line, then vessel operator. In current IGM process, shipping line or vessel operator is filing the IGM, but in the existing filing SCMTR manifest, the forwarder will file, then consolidator, then shipping line, then vessel operator. So it is a reverse process. In brief, I will explain what is SAM, CRL manifest. This is a replacement of IGM, Import General Manifest, SAM. So I will give a jargons of SCMTR in the last slides. So this is CRL manifest. As per the new regulation mandate, authorized sea carrier or its agents. Authorized sea carrier means vessel operator or its agents. Electronically, they have to file SAM prior to departure from the last foreign port of call to the first Indian port of call. This means that if any vessel is coming to foreign port, let's say this foreign port is Singapore or Port Calais or Colombo, before departure from the foreign port, India imports team must declare SAM. India CRL authorized sea carrier, that is vessel operator, they have to declare SAM before departure from the foreign port. But when they declare SAM, they have to declare the discharge container of all these ports in advance. Got it? Let's say if vessel is coming and it is carrying 1000 imports to India. Okay, they have to declare all 1000 containers in one single manifest SAM. Currently, what is happening? Each port they are filing separate EDIs. As and when they come, okay, 2 घंटे पहले या 24 घंटे पहले they are filing. But now they are asking maybe 5-10 days prior before departure from last foreign port. Clear?
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
just giving a scenario, vessel departing Shanghai, passing last port of call Singapore, you have time to load or file your SAM before Singapore. What if it's Jebel Ali or what if it is Singapore itself? So port of loading, the first and the last
Same.
port of call is Singapore. So can you explain
Yes.
that also?
Let's say if your cargo is from Colombo or Jebel Ali and next port is directly Indian port. Okay. In such scenarios, we have to educate our overseas partners, saying that we have implemented new SCMTR manifest rule. In that, we have to file before departure from your port. Let's say if your Colombo agent is there, you have to inform them that under this rule, you have to send us pre-alerts in advance. Once their cargo container is stuffed, they have to send a draft pre-alerts. Basis the draft pre-alerts, you have to file manifest, CSN manifest. And whatever the reference you get, you will give it to the shipping lines. That is the CSN number and LCN number. Whatever the before departure from Colombo, we have to share the details to shipping lines.
You just mentioned draft. So can you elaborate on the word
Draft means, of course, when the last foreign port is Colombo, your agent must not be having a house bills also, final house bills and master bill. In such cases, they issue a draft. Shipping lines have to issue a draft basis your container stuffing. Once you hand over the container, sealed container, then they issue a draft bill. It can be something onboard
Shipping instructions.
shipping instruction basis पे देते हैं.
So, can we make it a bit easy for Shri Hari and can we tell him to switch to Hindi and English so that he is also very comfortable? Yeah. So you have the freedom
हिंदी
to.
मराठी इंग्लिश और भी
No, Marathi.
एडवांस में एक एडवांस में बिल रिलीज करते हैं ना मास्टर.
नहीं करते हैं ना वो लोग शिफ्ट ऑन बोर्ड की
ऐसा
But in this case they have to release.
Really, ऐसा होता है.
रिलीज आ रहा है इस बिल नॉट ए शिफ्ट ऑन बोर्ड बिल एडवांस करेगा
See, shipped on board they will not release, but और एक टर्म होता है. RFS receipt for shipments.
Yeah.
But in that case, you will get a booking number and master BL number is same. Under SCMTR, in case of exports, shipping customs has said that you release master BL. If you don't have any master BL, they have to release booking number is equal to master BL.
But bill date should be mismatched na SOB and RFS date.
Maybe in future, if you highlight those cases, you have already highlighted. Custom make some provisions to make changes. In whatever the mandatory critical data is there, master BL number or HBL, NBL date or HBL date in those cases, you can amend it before vessel arrival.
So I just want to come in over here. Now this SAM, sea arrival manifest is for the shipping lines. We are not yet come to the consolidator stage. So when we come to the, I don't think we should spend too much of time on what the shipping line is going to do. At this point of time, it will come in the Q&A, it will come subsequently. Let us move to where the consolidator comes into the mixture. And also, there might not be answers to all your questions today. It is something that will evolve over time. We'll keep sharing all the updates in the Kai group, the Kai Business Forum. And it's not, it might be possible that he could be struggling for some answers because even he does not have it and the customs and the ISGate also does not have it. So we try to see how much ever he can help us. If anybody else has the answer, you are free to volunteer and share the answers.
Let me share you one experience. We team level, we have been sensitizing all our agents, Colombo, Jewel Ali, all agents, that we have to send trailers in advance, and they have been sending us in advance. Even master beers also, they are sending draft beers, and immediately after vessel sailing, same day they are sending the master beers also. So maybe when we interact with the IceGate or customs, they will provide they will make a provision that these details for short transit shipments, they can have provision in that. Like bill of entry cases, whenever the master bill number is not there, currently they can file with no BL, no MBL. Same way in SCMTR also it is possible.
सपोज अगर इस केस में ड्राफ्ट जो आपके पास आया आप उसके बेसिस पे फाइल करते हो और जो आपको फाइनल बीएल इशू होता है उसमें डिफरेंस हुआ तब आप क्या करते हो?
Yes sir. Customs now implemented, they are asking all stakeholders to file CSL entry for imports and SAM from shipping lines. Okay, they are also coming up with the SDA amendment online. So once we get an amendment option also, before vessel arrival or before vessel berthing, you can raise a request for change in whatever data, critical data. But we are not sure whether we will get a right to amend or shipping line. We will have to request shipping line. So in future, we will ask.
Right now, whatever you're talking about is MBA related. Not because I think everybody in this room are consolidators, and the concern is about how do we file our HBAs.
Yes sir.
So, right now what you have spoken about is related to MBA. Is it what?
MBL, both HBL also. From the point of view of all consolidators, I will show the flat format how we have to file to get a successful message.
I think then there was a missing link, at least what I could understood, because what the OP just clarified, and I thought we are on the. This was related to MBL because HBL's availability है क्या अभी?
The sea arrival manifest specifically is for shipping lines filing.
Okay.
What he's talking about, this is not what consolidators do. We will come to that part now.
See, this is SAM. Before departure from this foreign port, last foreign port, the vessel operator, they have to file. We as a consolidator, the deadline will be 3 days prior to departure or 5 days prior to departure. Because हम लोग जब तक डॉक्यूमेंट्स हम लोग शिपिंग लाइन को नहीं देंगे, they cannot be able to file SAM. So maybe it will be 72 hours prior from last foreign port. So that's why in case of short transit, if it is Lanka, वो 2 दिन पहले PLS आना चाहिए.
इसके अंदर एक ही क्लैरिफिकेशन चाहिए कि जैसे अभी आपने कहा कि हम BL नहीं देंगे, बट ये जो शिपिंग लाइन है, ये अगर समझो वेसल जेबेलली की है, जेबेलली में जो वहाँ पर हमारा एजेंट होगा, जो शिपर बनेगा वहाँ पर, ये तो उसको देना है ना, हमें तो नहीं करना है. इस for the SAM part I'm saying, not for the subsequent parts, not for the CSL, not for the PCI. I'm talking about the SAM. This they will जैसे यहाँ पर हम शिपिंग लाइन को ड्राफ्ट BL देते हैं, वहाँ पर शिपिंग लाइन हमारे एजेंट से ड्राफ्ट BL मांगेगा और उस ड्राफ्ट BL के बेसिस पे वो SAM को फाइल करेगा. Is this understanding correct?
Yes, correct.
This is the correct understanding. So, anybody has a question regarding this specific point that we just clarified with him so that we can move forward then? Yeah. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, this is SAM, and I will briefly explain exports also. In exports, it is from the departure from the first foreign port.
Can we skip exports?
Only imports.
Only imports.
Okay, fine.
Because exports is deferred till 31st March.
31st, okay.
Doesn't make sense to have a conversation right now. We can have another session on that.
These are the stakeholders who are involved in this filing. First stakeholder is freight forwarder, and they have got opportunity to file their manifest under SCMTR. They have to register as AMC, other notified carrier, and they can file CSN. Next, whatever the filings they do, they get a CSN number and PCI number. They can share a PCI number or CSN number to consolidator.
So can you explain the distinction between the CSN number and the PCI number for the benefit of the
In
members?
the next slide, I will show.
That's the next one.
In detail, whatever the jargons I use, CSN number or PCI number or MCI numbers, we will have in the next slides. Consolidators are getting registered under AMC, other notified carrier, and they can file CSN manifest, that is cargo summary notification. Cargo summary notification EN. EN means entry. Entry means cargo is coming in. In case of export, cargo is going out, so that is exit. And for CSN, domestic is for coastal cargo. Vessel operators, they have two identities: authorized shipping carrier or agents. These are the stakeholders. They file
Vessel operator.
vessel operator. Vessel operator, they can have the two entities like their agents also. So they can register themselves as an ASC and their agents. And they have to file their manifest, all 5 manifests, both import exports, and custodians. And then transshippers. Custodians, they have to file stuffing, stripping, arrival of cargo and departure of cargo. And last one is ATP, authorized transhipper. Authorized transhipper is nothing but the cargo, the custodian who is taking the cargo to the next inland movement. Like your cargo is after disturbing at Nhava Sheva, reverting container. If it is moved from Nhava Sheva to Patparganj or TKD via rail or road, those entities need to get registered with the customs. They will get a ATP PAN. They need to submit a ATP PAN and bond number. PAN and bond number for and this PAN and bond reference number we have to use in our CSN manifest.
So just a question over here, short one. Who is a custodian? If you could just help us.
Custodian is a CFS.
CFS is a custodian.
CFS is a custodian, and transhipper are the movement who are making like Concor, GRFL, and CWC.
And what about if it's a private transporter, CBT or something like that?
CBT. Then in that case we have to use a CFS. That wherever he is tied up with the CFS, then that CFS PAN and bond we have to use.
Okay. Similarly, what we are doing right now.
Yes. Cargo summary notification. In simple, I will go through CSN.
In that, there's one thing that was there, I think, but people might miss it. I receive an import container, and in that container, I have a transshipment cargo. The container has come from Jebel. In that, I have a transshipment cargo for, let's say, Brazil. Where does that get covered in this list, which you just explained earlier? Can you take it back?
Come again,
I received an import console container from Jebel Ali. In that, there was one cargo for Brazil.
There was a term called
ITP.
So where is the ITP covered in this?
ITP is covered in the transshipper, but here it is not covered. In the JSON file, there is other option where you have to file. This only where cargo is getting disturbed, he will be the custodian and he will move the cargo to the export shed. So that custodian PAN and bond to be used but customs have said no need to update any PAN or bond in case of ITP shipping.
Got it, clear.
Cargo summary notification. This is the declaration by the freight forwarders and consolidators against each and every shipping bearer, every house bearer, and in case of export, it is shipping bearer. The CSN can be filed by notified party, including freight forwarders, consolidators, and for imports, it is CSN entry. For export, it is called CSN exit. On successful submission of declaration, you will get a unique CSN number of 20 digits. It is alphanumeric. You will get it, and as a reference, this CSN number you have to share with the shipping lines or vessel operator for them to file the next manifest filing, that is SAM. Cargo summary notification. It is a PCIN, which is a full form, primary cargo identification number for house bearer and also shipping bearer. Unique number generated once CSN is identified. It is a 20-digit alphanumeric number. For each house bearer we get a PCI number, and PCI will be carried forward till the cargo is cleared at local customs or ICD customs or SCZ customs. In short, PCI number is like a birth certificate. The moment we file it, you will get PCI will be registered. जब तक कार्गो आपका CFS से क्लियर नहीं होगा या ICD से क्लियर नहीं होगा या SCZ से क्लियर नहीं होगा, तब तक कस्टम के रिकॉर्ड्स में क्लोज नहीं होगा. So in this way, customs can easily track कौन सा CFS में कौन सा कार्गो है, कितने दिन से है. They don't have to manually get the reports from CFS. They can track the data of various cargos lying idle so many days, and they can immediately call for any auction. Master cargo identification number. Yes, sir.
So the question that is over here is, I am a consolidator, and we are only talking about imports. Once again, just re-emphasizing that I am a consolidator, and now on my house beer, Kulan Agil is the consignee. When there is a forwarder, will I get a PCI or will I get a CSN?
You will get a CSN and PCN both.
Both.
If consolidator is filing, you will get both CSN and PCN. If forwarder is filing, you will get CSN, PCN, but he can share CSN also, PCN also.
With us.
With us. He can, it depends on him. If he has multiple PCN numbers, he will not share multiple PCN number, he will share CSN number. That you have to include as a consolidator, CSN number you have to use.
Got it. Anybody has a question regarding this point, particular on which he explained the distinction between CSN and PCIN? No questions?
आगे स्लाइड में आपको पता चलेगा what is CSN, what is PCN, what is MCN. In short, you can understand that PCN is a reference number, unique reference number, identity given to each and every cargo which is arriving in India, and it will get expired only when cargo is cleared from local customs or ICD customs or SCZ, और जब तक ITP नहीं होता तब तक PCN open रहेगा. MCI number is generated only when the shipping lines they file MCI number. But now customs has said that even consolidator can also generate MCI number. This JSON file format I will show you in the next slides. This is also a unique number, 20-digit number. Each MCI number will have an aggregation of multiple PCI numbers, but it can have multiple CSN numbers also. In imports, one house beer, one PCI, one master beer, one MCI number. Mandatory details for imports, we have to get actual shipper. Currently in EDA 1.5 we are not filing shipper details.
Can you go back to the previous screen?
Yes, sir.
So you mentioned in imports. Now I just want to give a clarification here. You mentioned that one master BL is equal to one MCIN. But here the concern is, what is a master BL? Only the one that
Shipping
one
line
master
release.
BL is the shipping line release.
Shipping line release,
That
master
clarity
BL.
is important because we consider R where there is a forwarder house BL, we consider ours to be the master BL.
That is your master beer.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, but will that will
This
that
is shipping.
also have
This is shipping line release master BL.
So this MCN only is for the
Carriers.
carriers
Carrier.
bill of lading, and not where my bill of lading is acting as the master bill of lading. Just that distinction is very important to keep in mind. Yes.
Mandatory details which are required from in the import manifest. Currently we are not filing shipper details, shipper address, okay, from here onwards in under SCMTR you have to seek additional details of shipper, consignee and notify, but in this case you have to have complete address with city, country code. If you are updating wrong city or if you are not updating any city, if city is blank or country code is blank, immediately you will get an error message, invalid country code, invalid missing country code or missing city. IC number is mandatory for consignee. In case if it is a personal goods, you can update PAN number of the personal individual number. And in case of export, it's PAN number. In case of imports, notify PAN number is compulsory. 6-digit HS code is mandatory with clear cargo description. When we started filing for our manifest, we used to copy HS codes. Most of the customers send HS code 10-12 digits. Don't use 10-12 digits. Minimum 6 HS code digits or 8 HS code digits. Okay, otherwise you will get an error message like invalid HS code. And most of the customers send only 4 digits. And people used to put 2 zeros extra. Don't put 2 zeros extra. Get it clarified what is the exact HS code. And if you want to file, go to Google, search with the commodity name, what is the next 2 digits. So don't try to use 2 zeros or assume and file. Otherwise it will be a misdeclaration. PAN and bond details of transhipper. So before filing the manifest, you need to understand how the cargo will be moved to ICD destination. जो कोई बंदा मूवमेंट कर रहा है, whether Concor, GRFL or CWC, or is it by road, you need to know whether it is by road or by rail. अगर by rail है तो कौन सा rail movement का vendor लेके जा रहा है. This is the challenge for us, and we have already taken up with customs, but we haven't got any response from them.
So there are 2 questions over here. अभी तक कैसा था? I'm coming to the HS code part. At origin, the HS code would be different, and sometimes the HS code is different over here. But now you are saying that the HS code has to be mentioned on the liner bill of lading also, and that has to match with the house BL.
In the house BL, when you are mentioning that HS code, whatever is on the house BL, you have to mention.
It will not be compared with what is there on the house.
No, they don't
care about it.
They will compare with the bill of entry HS codes.
With the bill of entry, that's fine.
So they are not going to check with the origin code the HS codes.
Next question is about the transhipper basically. I have decided that I am going to send the container with transhipper A. Now for some reason the transhipper A is not able to perform and I have to change the transhipper. I want to take the cargo to Ahmedabad, PPG or XYZ, and for some reason it doesn't perform and I need to use another transhipper. Is there a provision to amend that?
Yes sir. Currently in 2 days back we had a meeting. I highlighted this point. They have said that SMTP permission, currently they are taking SMTP manual permission. There is no change, it is a manual only. Whatever the PAN and bond we are updating, it is time being. There will be no amendment unless until ATP registered entities gets their PAN India national bonds. Then they will decide what exactly will be there. And even we have, as a consolidator, we have to take up the matter how we can declare these details in advance. Okay, but it is currently not required. It is not mandatory, but we have to get a successful message.
We need some.
We have to put it. Either if you are 3 vendors, update Concor or CWC any, but you will get a response. But it will not get misdeclaration as of now. And you whatever SMTP permission for ICDs, it is manually. No change in that. Okay, coming back to JSON filing. Okay, earlier we used to file R. R means referenced. R means reference because we are the consolidators, we are taking the container from the shipping lines and we are stuffing the cargo, and master bill is released by the shipping lines. So we used to file as R. But when I interacted with the IceGate Animesh, then he said clearly, sir, you are the consolidator, you have to file as a C indicator only. And when you file C indicator as a consolidated flag, you will get a NCI number, CSN number and PCI number. NCI number generated when it is for master bill of lading. CSN is generated for your entire cargo manifest. And PCI is for your house bill. Okay, we as consolidator have to file our manifest as C, but there is also other option. We can file as R also as a reference. यहाँ पे जो भी डेटा एलिमेंट्स है, we have to give multiple data elements. In case of R, you will have a layout. Since we are consolidator, we are filing our manifest as consolidation. We are putting our CFS code in that, and we are generating MCI number. That means that we are filing on behalf of shipping line. And shipping line doesn't have to file much more details, but shipping line हमसे Excel sheet लेगा. जो मैंने बात किया था, 3 Excel sheet. They want a data of all house beer details. क्या फाइल किया, कैसे फाइल किया, they want a records. Right now we have got a message from only MSC to share the details, and other customers are asking for mail body. Okay. Only difference is that when you file as CR as consolidator, then you will get a MCIN number, which is for master bill of lading. In short, we are filing on behalf of shipping line. But जब MCIN C करके फाइल करोगे, मास्टर रेफरेंस में आपको शिपिंग लाइन का पैन नंबर अपडेट करना पड़ेगा as consolidator flag. That I will show you. In case of when you are filing as R, you will get only CSN number and PCN number, and this reference number, only CSN number you have to share with the shipping lines. Let's say in case of co-loading shipment or in case of FCL shipments,
कंसोल रहेगा तो आपको सी ही करना है.
कंसोल रहेगा तो सी करना है.
लोड किया है FCL है, then you do R.
Yes, R. आप दोनों कर सकते हो. अगर FCL है आपका, आप कंसोल नहीं कर सकते हो क्योंकि एक ही आइटम है, तो आप R करो. The changes when you are filing with the C, you will get MCN and CSN number, and for each house beer you will get a PCN number. And here when you are filing by CSN, you are filing as R, you will get a CSN number and PCN number, and master beer filed by shipping line, then they will get a MCIN number. Okay. And when we are filing, the challenging task is VCN number, that is vessel call number, where we have to send a message to shipping line stating what is actual VCN number for our shipment, because we observed that when we identify VCN number, we have to first go to shipping line website. वहाँ पे देखना पड़ेगा कौन सा वेसल में ये लोड हो रहा है, कौन सा. ओके. After that you have to identify what is the IMO number of the vessel. Then go to IceGate website. You put a IMO number. उसके नीचे ETA डेट रहेगा, expected time of arrival. ETA प्रेस करो. Let's say आज का दिन मैंने 15 तारीख का प्रेस किया. You will get a VCN of मुंद्रा. सिर्फ एक दिन माइनस करके देखो, आपको नावाशेवा का VCN मिलेगा. So there is a confusion with all stakeholders that when we put a change, make a change of 1 or 2 days, we get a different VCN. If first vessel is calling to Mundra, VCN always starts with MUN. If that vessel is calling to Navasheva, it starts with Navasheva, NSA. So for each and every shipment, I request you send a message to shipping line, get written confirmation what is a VCN number. मैं ये क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, कस्टम ने क्या बोला है, लेट से आपने कोई भी VCN उठाया, एज्यूम किया ये करेक्ट है, आपने फाइल कर दिया, देयर इज नो करंटली अमेंडमेंट प्रोसेस ऑनलाइन. आपने VCN फाइल कर दिया, मैनिफेस्ट भी हो गया CSN, आपको मैनुअल अमेंडमेंट करना होगा. एंड यू नो अमेंडमेंट अगर डिलीशन करना है, इट मे टेक 2-3 days. So that's why we request you send a mail to shipping lines, ask them VCN number in return. वही VCN पे आप अपना शिपमेंट फाइल करो. क्लियर? ये SMTP ये ट्रांसशिपर का प्रोसेस ऑनलाइन हो जाएगा. Currently we are doing SMTP permission online manually. Once it gets online, then this ASR will be the manual online SMTP permission. They will file ASR allowed for transshipment and CIMR customs inland manifest for arrival and departure. And these are the PAN and bond details for few ICD locations. Okay. Let's say from Navasheva to Patla, there are 3 operators: Concor, CWC, JRFL with PAN number and bond details. So whenever your console box is having a PPG shipment, you can use these PAN numbers for rail, road, and for in case it is a road, wherever your container is getting disturbed, you can use that entity CFS, PAN and bond.
ओके. आपने अहमदाबाद दिखाया है, वो PPG भी हो सकता है, वो TKD भी हो सकता है.
कुछ भी हो सकता है. अगर बाय रोड जा रहा है, जहाँ पे डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है, वो एंटिटी का वो CFS का पैन और होल्डर. Okay. Now, if your shipment, there are two scenarios. Customs are asking the entire import data manifest. जैसे मैंने पिछली स्लाइड में बोला था, vessel is arriving मुंद्रा first, उसके बाद हाजिरा, उसके बाद नावा शेवा. Customs want entire data of containers getting discharged at each and every port in advance. So in that scenario, आपका let's say आपका vessel नावा शेवा आ रहा है. First call is नावा शेवा. After foreign port, it is calling नावा शेवा. Then you have to follow this. Okay, wherein if your port is Nhava Sheva, first port, and container getting discharged at Nhava Sheva, you will show local cargo as LC, OT, and PAN and bond is not required. In case shipment is ICD, you can file as a TI, and PAN and bond is required in that case. In previous slide, I showed you PAN and bond details. Guys, I will share you the PPT. No need to take up pictures. Okay, we can. The association will share you the PPT. In case of SEZ clearance, we have to show it as DT, direct transshipment. Okay, DT and PAN and bond is not required. In case if it is an internal transshipment, we have to show it as TR. In case of imports, the type of cargo will be TR. That is a change, and we have to show it as TC. TR and TC and PAN and bond is not required. If it is a personal cargo, you can file it as LC or TI. Basis requirement, you have to show PAN and bond details. But in case your vessel is arriving Mundra, and after that,
पर्सनल कार्गो में बॉन्ड कैसा देगा? आपने पैन एंड बॉन्ड बोला पर्सनल कार्गो.
sir, personal cargo is for PPG, but after getting disturbed at Nhava Sheva, it is moved by rail or road.
If it is okay, got it.
Yes, वो personal का नहीं है.
हाँ, समझ.
Entity का, ATP transshipper. Let's say second scenario, if your vessel is coming from Mundra first, then Nhava Sheva, in that case there will be no LC, local. LC cargo नहीं रहेगा. It will be TI. This is the difference. In the earlier, vessel is arriving Nhava Sheva, container discharging at Nhava Sheva, we will file as LC. But if your vessel is arriving Mundra and then Nhava Sheva, it will be TI. It will be treated as transshipment cargo. ICD clearance, TI, rest all is same. SEZ, DT, international transshipment TC, rest all is same. Only in case LC will not be there. Any questions on this?
But in case of second option, the shipment will be treated as local.
Yes.
It will CHA process the bill of entry and all.
It is nothing to do with anything. Even if your cargo is now arriving at PPG, it is treated as TA. When your vessel is coming to Mundra, then Nhava Sheva, it is an inland movement on the same vessel. Okay, freight on board, same vessel. For customs internal system purpose, it is always TI because it is a transshipment. आपका CHA को बताने की जरूरत नहीं है कि ये LC है, TI है. उसको कार्गो नावा शेवा में क्लियर करने बोले डिस्टर्ब होने के बाद. And the customs what they said, it is nothing to, it will have no impact on your bill of entry data entries. New terminologies: AMC, other notified shipping carriers; ASC, ASA, authorized sea carrier and its agents; ATP, authorized transshipper. These are the new jargon list. Okay, currently we are having in mind IGM, CGM, वो सब भूल जाओ. So this is new jargon list. ACU, authorized custodian, was CFS. VCN is vessel call number. PCIN is primary cargo identification number. CSN is cargo summary notification. MCN is master cargo identification number. CSN exit for exports. C departure manifest. C departure notification, stuffing, AT. Okay, these are exports or other entity related. Any questions so far? I will take you through JSON file because this is the most important you are waiting for. One of the issue I got it 2 days back. First, understand what is a file name. Okay. Here you can see F is for final. This is the port number of manifest, and this is a imports manifest, and user ID who are doing the manifest filing, and this is your job number. This job number, this job number, and this job number always same. If you are making any minor changes in the existing JSON file, always make changes here, and in the file number. And this is a date, and after that there is a code numeric alpha code DEC. DEC means declaration. किसी बंदे ने जैन डाला था, उनको लगा था ये दिसंबर है इसलिए DEC, नेक्स्ट मंथ आया तो JN डाला तो उसको रिप्लाई नहीं आ रहा था, तो मैंने कहा कि ये डिक्लेरेशन है DEC. So be careful when you are making changes in header field. This is always common in all manifest filings. User ID, receiver ID, version number, message ID, this is job number, and when you are generating your JSON file, this is a time and date. Master declaration reference, this is F. Currently we are filing as a T, it should be P. P for means production. We are now going live. When you are filing all your manifest, it should be P. P for production, master file. Guys, I will be sharing this schema also, this file format. I have already shared in the consolidated group also. Message file format F. F for means final. Port of receipt Navasheva. Now here VCR number is Navasheva. We have to report it to Navasheva. This is a scenario where vessel is arriving Navasheva first and container getting discharged at Navasheva. We are reporting to Navasheva because my VCN is Navasheva, NSA. Mode of transport 1 means sea transport, 10 means containerized cargo, transport means ID means IMO number of that vessel. Then conveyance number, this is the VCN number which you can get it from IceGate tracking also, but I request you get it in return from the shipping lines. These are total number of containers. Now master consignment declaration. This is the master data, master BL data. Earlier we used to file as R, but I will explain you what we are filing currently as C. C, consolidated cargo C. The difference here is that we are the consolidators, we have to file as C. Customs has given option that you can file as C and or also. Consolidator PAN. Here we have to update PAN number of your shipping line. The party who has released master BL. It can be Hapag-Lloyd, Maersk or COSCO, any shipping line who has released the master bill of lading. यहाँ पे आपको shipping line का PAN डालना है. Sir, this you are filing on behalf of shipping line, and you are generating MCI number on behalf of shipping line, right? That's why carrier का PAN चाहिए. If you are updating the PAN number of your PAN number, then shipping line cannot file their manifest.
कोई भी इसमें कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा एक्चुअली.
हाँ, कंफ्यूजन तो है.
अभी ये बता के प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा
नहीं,
अभी ये पार्ट स्किप कर सकते हो ज्यादा अच्छा.
नहीं, अभी तो ये फाइल करना ही है ना सर. अभी तो फाइल करना है. आपको ये मास्टर रेफरेंस का जो पैन है ना, ये कैरियर का डालना है जो बीएल रिलीज किया है, मास्टर बीएल रेफरेंस, और बाकी के कंसोलिडेशन कर पैन में आपका रहेगा. जैसे हाउस कार्गो डिक्लेरेशन यहां से शुरू हो रहा है, यहां पे रहेगा जहां पे आप बिल रिलीज कर रहे हो, और यहाँ पे आपका बीएल नहीं है, और यहाँ पे आपका बीएल नहीं है, इसीलिए उसका बिल, उसका पैन नंबर यूज करना है. दिस इज द एंटिटी कोड.
So, Sri Hari, I just want to come in, guys. You are seeing the structure of this file, but ये आपको टाइप नहीं करना है ना, ये तो आपका सिस्टम में से आएगा. सिस्टम आपको JSON फाइल क्रिएट करके देगा. You only have to ensure, your IT guy has to ensure, your SaaS provider has to ensure that the JSON file is compliant. That's all. आपको करना कुछ नहीं है. So there is no confusion. क्योंकि आपके सिस्टम से आएगा JSON फाइल, लेकिन वो JSON फाइल आने के बाद में वो कितना एक्यूरेट है, उसमें डॉट कॉमा फुल स्टॉप भी गलत जगह पे आ गया तो इट इज गोइंग टू गेट रिजेक्टेड मोस्ट प्रोबेबली फॉर द इंपॉर्टेंट फील्ड्स. लाइक जैसे मैंने डीसी का एग्जांपल दिया, तो आपको whoever, काफी लोग यहाँ पर बैठे हैं, सबके अलग अलग सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है सॉफ्टवेयर के लिए. सो प्लीज गो बैक टू योर सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोवाइडर एंड जस्ट टेल देम either your software provider, or if you are going to use ODEX, who's going to give you an Excel, is what she has told me. Master Marine is there, जो आपके Excel, ये आपका जो डेटा है, आप इसको Excel में अपलोड करें और उनका जो पोर्टल है SaaS मॉडल, उस SaaS मॉडल के पोर्टल पे आपको JSON फाइल आ जाएगा जो वही लोग अपलोड कर देंगे आपके लिए। बट ये समझना जरूरी है, लेकिन ये आपको टाइप नहीं करना है क्योंकि ये तो डिजिटल प्रोसेस है। Just want to clarify that. So if there is any confusion, it should not be there.
Why I am telling you is that this is a recent case. 2 days back, customs has confirmed that this is a master BL released by Shipping Line. The consolidator have to update the PAN number of master Shipping Line. And here you are updating, even also in the equipment part also you are updating that same PAN number. Because container is not your property, it is a property of Shipping Line. Master beer and the date is in the reverse sequence. Local customs, Navasheva. In this part, destination port, we have to update CFS code.
So, Shri, there's a question here. There is, on the house bill of lading, there are 5 pallets containing 100 packages. So what goes into this? Does it go as 5 pallets? Does it go as 100 packages? And if there are 2 pallets containing 100 packages plus there is another 10 cartons, then how does it go into the system basically?
In short, the house bill weight and packages should tally the master bill of lading. It depends how the master bill is prepared, considering what pallets or packages or cartons.
Okay.
तो एजेंट को पता रहेगा you must be getting packing list कैसे बनाया है, basis that you have to file a manifest.
Got it. So are you aware whether ODEX does before, जैसे अभी GST में जब हम रिटर्न फाइल करते हैं ना, जब हम GST सुविधा केंद्र सर्विस वालों को यूज करते हैं तो वो हमको पहले वैलिडेट करके देता है डेटा को। तो उसी तरह are you aware whether ODEX and Master Marine and the other service providers whether they also validate share? ये लोग वैलिडेट करते हैं कि नहीं आपका मिसमैच है, MBL और HBL मिसमैच नहीं हो रहा है। मैं
To validate that, that's why they are asking for Excel sheet.
That is the shipping line is asking. No, I am asking you whether ODEX validates it. कि there is a mismatch with the number of packages, there is a mismatch with the weight. Something has to be there. Otherwise, what is the use of paying them the money if it is not going to be validated?
They must be validating something, but
we are not aware. Anybody is aware whether
anyone using ODEX software, Master Marine ODEX,
anybody else is validating this process? Yes, sir. So they will show some kind of a pop-up. There is an alert basically.
But they told us that I have not seen that. Okay, but they told us.
Okay, fair enough. So if it is not there, I'm sure they will build this feature eventually, because otherwise it's going to be a big headache. Yes, sir.
okay, but have you tried filing today?
No, actually still we are not
His registration is not
Okay,
there.
registration is not there. Okay. Destination code. Here we have to update our nominated CFS code. It is Palmalary code. In this case, when we are filing as C, we have to update CFS where container is getting disturbed and reworking happens. That CFS code we have to update. Only when you are filing as C, this option is there. And rest all your port, POR, final destination details, your shipper details. Shipper details means master biller shipper details is your counterpart agent details. Then Kanzani here, team global is master bill Kanzani and master bill is notified. One thing is keep in mind that city and country code is mandatory. If city and country is blank, it will show always invalid city, invalid country. Transport dock messenger, number of packages of master container level, we update as packages, description, gross weight and net weight, currently we are showing as same, unit of weight, gross volume, and invoice value we always keep as 0. It is optional. Currently customs have not mandated that you have to declare invoice value. You cannot declare that. Transport equipment, the container size details, whether it is LCL or FCL, These details we have to declare. Currently we are already declaring in EDI 1.5. Itinerary. This is a new requirement. You have to show how the container is moved once it gets discharged at Mundra. So once it arrives at Ningbo, you have to show that it is from Ningbo to Mundra, Mundra to Nhava Sheva.
फर्स्ट पोर्ट ऑफ कॉल इंडिया में मुंद्रा से मुंद्रा डाला।
हाँ, ये केस में अगर मेरा VCN मुंद्रा है तो मेरे को मुंद्रा दिखाना पड़ेगा। I have to show that itinerary. In the itinerary part, I have to show Ningbo, Mundra, Mundra से Nhava Sheva आएगा. But here we have to show as port of call is 0 because वहाँ पे discharge नहीं हो रहा है. Remaining on board from cargo दिखाएगा shipping line. It is sequence number is 0 and movement is C and next sequence is 1. It is getting discharged in Nhava Sheva, Mundra to Nhava Sheva. C movement. This is master level data. Here master level data when we are filing as a CR, C as consolidator. Now house reference, house cargo declaration, house reference. Subline 1 is house gear number, date, H is house cargo, and here we will have to update the consolidator who has released the BL, that PAN number. Previous declaration is no. If any of the party, Quinnagle or any forwarder is filing, then it will be N, it will be Y, and we have to insert CSN and PCN number. Local customs, now since if this VCN is Mundra, we have to show Mundra, then Nhava Sheva, then it is going to Ludhiana. Clear? VCN is Mundra, that's why we have to show Mundra first, then Nhava Sheva, then Ludhiana. And in this case, if cargo is moving to Ludhiana, we have to update Ludhiana PAN bond. Ludhiana PAN and bond in this. This is PAN, this is bond number. This is compulsory, and we have to file as a TI and IM. Item details, same, HS code, minimum 6 digits or 8 digits. Pallets, package type whenever rolls का अगर package code ROL है, system only accept RLS. Bales का BLS. अगर package type गलत डालोगे तो invalid package type का error आएगा. Port of acceptance, कहाँ से move हो रहा है cargo, Ningbo to Ludhiana, final destination. And who is the consignee? Who is the shipper? Consignee and notified. Here consignee IC number is mandatory. Notified PAN number is mandatory. If consignee is here is having a personal goods, you can update a PAN number. And shipper, no document is required. City and state country code is mandatory. Transport dock messenger, number of packages, package type, marks, gross weight, then safe transport equipment details which we have mentioned in the master level. And now the itinerary. Itinerary here we have to show in 3 modes. Ningbo to Mundra, because your VCN is Mundra, your first vessel port is Mundra, then Mundra to Nhava Sheva. Port of call sequence is 0 because container is not getting discharged. Port of call sequence is 1, it is getting discharged in Nhava Sheva. Then second is after reworking, it is again moving to Ludhiana. It will be rail movement. 2 is rail movement, and if it is road, it will be 3. Okay, when you see the AMC guidelines, MIG guidelines, we can get a in detail description what is 3, what is 2. Then house cargo 2, BL number. Here it is purely Nhava Sheva. So we are showing as Mundra. Then it is getting discharged at Nhava Sheva. But in case of local, you don't have to mention PAN and bond number. Okay, as we mentioned here, आपका अगर local cargo है, PAN and bond number not required. In both cases, PAN and bond number not required. HS code 6 digits or 8 digits. If you are updating more than 8 digits or 10 digits, 12 digits, you will get an invalid HS code. And if any customer is providing 4 digits HS code, please ask customer give complete 6 digit HS code. Guys, you can interrupt me and ask questions if you have any understanding issues on JSON file.
You can ambiguous JSON file. You are very expert in JSON file. You can define each and line item what is required.
Each line file. सर वही मैं बोल रहा था, MIG गाइडलाइंस अगर ओपन करें, each line item का फुल फॉर्म है और क्या बोलते हैं ना कोड्स इज मैंडेटरी और कितना डिजिट्स मैंडेटरी है वो MIG गाइडलाइंस में है.
डिजिट में बोलो इसमें इनमें क्या आना चाहिए क्या नहीं आना चाहिए.
Okay, let's say Kanani city. This itself says that city चाहिए. Easy to understand. If you have any difficulty in understanding कि ये पैरामीटर में क्या चाहिए required, you can call me anytime, sir.
नहीं सॉफ्टवेयर क्या बोलते सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर तो पैकेज बनाएगा.
IT.
You should understand what should be required.
Trust me, 99% of the software companies are already ready with their product. They are just waiting for the D-Day. अभी D-Day आ चुका है, and ये a lot of the terminologies we are listening to it for the first time, but this has already been there since the past whatever number of years. And हमको लग रहा है कि यार ये क्या है, ये मतलब JSON फाइल के अंदर IT, CT, BT, 3D पता नहीं क्या क्या है. But it's not a challenge personally if you ask me, क्योंकि आप सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर जब काम करोगे तो वो सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर अभी आपको पता है ना, आपका सॉफ्टवेयर आपका लोकल कार्गो तो आप डालोगे लोकल कार्गो इंपोर्ट के अंदर, अगर ट्रांसशिपमेंट कार्गो इट विल कन्वर्ट दिस डेटा ऑफ योर्स into this particular format of JSON. So we don't have to break our head over that. But if क्योंकि आपने जो सवाल पूछा ना, आपने तो बहुत आपने पूरा ERP आप हमसे बनवा के लेना चाहते हो.
8 साल से इंप्लीमेंट हो रहा है, अभी तक कोई इंप्लीमेंट नहीं किया है.
तो
गाइडेंस इसलिए इंप्लीमेंट नहीं हुआ.
तो ये अगर हम आपको दे देंगे ना तो आप सॉफ्टवेयर पूरा खड़ा कर दोगे 1 महीने के अंदर, और वो उसका आंसर नहीं दे रहा है क्योंकि वो टीम लोग वाला बहुत स्मार्ट है.
तो वही तो 2 महीने से प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है.
हाँ, but it's very difficult. See, you have to appreciate that for this presentation also he has put in a huge amount of effort, and he is a master. We can see that. मतलब हम सबकी बोलती बंदे वो अकेला बोल रहा है. So what you are asking from शायद थोड़ा difficult होगा उनके लिए, because you are asking him कि ये फील्ड के लिए क्या 4 ऑप्शंस है, अगले फील्ड के लिए क्या 8 ऑप्शंस है, अगर लोकल कार्गो है तो क्या ऑप्शंस है, आईटीबी कार्गो है तो क्या ऑप्शंस है, एससीएम कार्गो, तो ये तो पूरा ERP हो गया, फिर बचा क्या इसके अंदर?
अभी वो एक्सप्लेन कर रहा है, पूरा फोरम में देख रहे हो, पहले एक्सप्लेन कर, बाकी लोग ऐसे ऐसे देख रहे थे.
हाँ, बट
समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्या.
इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि जो आपका सॉफ्टवेयर है ना, दैट सॉफ्टवेयर विल जनरेट दिस. आपने जो डेटा कैप्चर किया है, आपका कैप्चर्ड डेटा के ऊपर आपके सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोवाइडर ने ऑलरेडी JSON फाइल क्रिएट करके रखा है, उसमें ये सारा कोड बिट सब डाल के रखा है. क्योंकि आपके ट्रांजैक्शन के अंदर आपके HBL के जहां पर HBL डेटा कैप्चर करते हैं, वहां पर ये सारा जितना भी उन्होंने अभी तक बोला ना, ऐसा एक भी सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं पूरे हिंदुस्तान के अंदर जो ये नीड्स को, रिक्वायरमेंट्स को कैप्चर नहीं करता है. हमारा मतलब वो थोड़ा टेक्निकल साइड में जब JSON में है तो टेक्निकल हो गया ना, बट हमारे पास ये सारा डेटा बैठा है, वो खाली JSON में कन्वर्ट करना है और उसको वैलिडेट करना है. वो आपका सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोवाइडर करेगा, उसका टेंशन मत लो. और इन्होंने बोला है, बहुत बड़ा दिल है इनका, इन्होंने बोला इतने सारे लोग अगर इनको फोन कर देंगे तो फोन स्विच ऑफ करना
पड़ेगा. सी जितना पॉसिबल हो सकता है मैंने सिंपल वे में आपको एक्सप्लेन किया है. सी ओनली देयर आर 2 टाइप्स ऑफ JSON फाइल्स. Okay, one vessel calling to Mundra, then Nhava Sheva discharging, and one vessel calling to Nhava Sheva and immediately discharging. There are 2 scenarios where you have to use these data elements. और आप जो बोल रहे हो ना, हर एक डिस्क्रिप्शन उसका मेरे को पूरा डिस्क्रिप्शन दो. There is an option of downloading ANC guidelines where you can easily say what is 10. ये कोड 10 क्या है? IMO vessel है. 11 non IMO vessel है. रेल को क्या आता है कोड? So you have to spend some time to understand. आप आधा 1 घंटा स्पेंड नहीं करोगे, आप दूसरों से सीखोगे. And some people are saying that मेरा IT नहीं समझ रहा है, आप सिर्फ मेरे को JSON फाइल भेजो. They are trying to just copy paste it.
Possible नहीं.
Possible नहीं है. See, your IT guide should read entire MIG guidelines. Otherwise समझेगा ही नहीं. You should understand MIG guidelines. He should understand your business also. कौन सा सिनेरियो में कैसे मैनिफेस्ट करना है. अदरवाइज मैं मेरा जेसन फाइल दूंगा, आप आईटी को मूव करोगे, कॉपी करेंगे, मतलब नहीं है. एंड आई एक्सपेक्ट n number of queries from you because this is a testing period. Customs implement तो किया है आज से, but we will be facing many more challenges. Okay, the shipping lines are asking for details in Excel sheet. That is very risky. तो मैं चाहता हूँ तो आप start filing it. Whatever challenges you are getting, highlight to the association also. We'll take up with the commissioners and next level authorities. सिंपल. आई मुंद्रा अगर VCN है तो क्या करना है, और नावाशेवा अगर VCN है तो क्या करना है. एंड वट एवर द डेटा गेटिंग फेच्ड इन फ्रॉम योर सिस्टम ओनली. आपके पास 6 डेटा एलिमेंट्स एक्स्ट्रा पूछ रहे हैं. शिपर डिटेल्स, एड्रेस, कंप्लीट एड्रेस, सिटी, कंट्री कोड डिटेल्स, पैन नंबर, IC नंबर, HS कोड, प्लस ATP, पैन नंबर एंड बॉन्ड नंबर, which I clearly mentioned in the presentation.
So guys, this is all the technical part of it. I can say only one thing, he is doing a good job of throwing it at us. हम कितना कैच कर पा रहे हैं वो क्वेश्चन मार्क है यहाँ पर. But I think we should leave the technical part over here because you know it's not you who's going to be preparing this JSON file. So can we skip the technical part, and if you have a challenge, you reach out to Kai, and then we will escalate it to Shri Hari and then get some answer for you.
Yeah. This will come when the entry is already done.
Exactly. मतलब ये तो सब मेरे लिए भी बाउंसर जा रहा है, सब बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए बाउंसर जा रहा है ये, क्योंकि हम इसके ऊपर काम करने वाले नहीं. मतलब सुनने को तो अच्छा लगा मेरे को भी. ऐसा लग रहा है कि पहली बार अपना लॉजिस्टिक शिपिंग के अंदर कुछ आ गया, डिजिटल आ गया, टेक्निकल आ गया.
कोडिंग पूरा है तो हां कोडिंग लग रही है.
हां कोडिंग लैंग्वेज है, पूरा जेसन फाइल तो कोडिंग है. ओनली IT पर्सन कैन अंडरस्टैंड. बट इफ यू वांट टू गेट अ नॉलेज, स्पेंड सम टाइम. क्या पूछ रहा है, कहां से डेटा फेच करना है, you can give suggestions to your IT team also.
So what we'll do is the technical part of JSON, we'll skip it.
Yes,
but
I want to show the output.
share करने वाले हैं क्या?
ये share करना है.
share करोगे आप?
हाँ, yes. And this is the output. Once it is successfully filed, this is the output. In each data element, when you file, you will get a successful message. और जहाँ जहाँ पे एरर आएगा, आपको एरर कोड नंबर आएगा और मैसेज आएगा कि ये इशू है. Here you can see CSR number and date. Okay. CSR number and date, cargo summary notification number, and this CSR number is for all PCR number. And next you can see below, you can see PCR number for each cargo, and this is the 20-digit number, alphanumerical number, PCIN. This is the unique number generated by IZ system. This is the PCR number for first house gear. If you go below, there will be PCR number for the second gear. Now I will show you the MCI number. This is the MCI number. When you are filing manifest as C as consolidated flag, you will get an MCI number. And here we are filing our console box on behalf of shipping line, and MCI is getting generated. This is also unique number. Here, from today onwards, जैसे मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, चेन्नई में क्या हो रहा है, कोचिन में क्या हो रहा है, टूटीकोरन में है, कस्टम्स आर देइंग दे हैव सक्सेसफुली इंप्लीमेंटेड their SAM, shipping lines are filing. So don't worry that already started, हम लोग अमेंडमेंट में जाएगा. Okay, simple is that you start tracking VCN number. Whenever you get a multiple VCN numbers, immediately shipping line को मेल डालो, VCN नंबर करेक्ट क्या है देखो, और वही VCN नंबर आप आइसगेट के लॉगिन में जाओगे, वो VCN के अगेंस्ट किसी ने फाइल किया क्या चेक करो. If any VCN number, any shipping line file SAM, it can easily be identified. यहाँ पे रोटेशन नंबर है 1117432 3rd Jan, and this rotation number is equal to 1117432. This is what EDI 1.5 screen, जो अभी हम लोग बोलते हैं IGM number, right? This number and this number will match. तो आज के बाद आपको जैसे कैरियर SAM फाइल करेगा, your rotation number is equal to your IGM number. Clear? And once they file SAM, it will be highlighted in the IceGate screen and you immediately start doing the console split up before vessel arrival, before vessel berthing. Okay, so in short you understand that rotation number will match with this. That means कैरियर ने सैम फाइल किया, टेस्टिंग किया, इसीलिए रोटेशन नंबर इज इक्वल टू आइजम है, आप कंसोल स्प्लिट अप करो, नो नीड टू वरी. बट दिस पीरियड इज फॉर यू टू ensure that your organization starts filing a manifest, testing everything, because ये जो पीरियड मिला है, यही पीरियड में आपको जो भी करना है करो, आगे जाके कभी भी फोर्सफुल इंप्लीमेंटेशन होगा. दिस इज अ एग्जांपल ऑफ कट्टुपल्ली पोर्ट, जहां पे वी आर गेटिंग अ आइटम नंबर. आप देखोगे ये वेसल अभी तक बर्थ नहीं हुआ, इन्वर्ट नहीं हुआ. ओके, बट इट इज शोइंग अ आइटम डेट ऑफ 3rd Jan. So जहां जहां पे उन्होंने सक्सेसफुल फाइल किया, दैट मींस रोटेशन नंबर इज इक्वल टू योर आइटम नंबर.
सेम वेसल का हुआ है मेलबर्न ब्रिज का 9 तारीख
मेलबर्न ब्रिज, हाँ
9 तारीख को लगाया था आइटम, तो उसका मतलब इन्वर्ट 15 को लगाया.
हाँ, उसका आइटम डेट क्या था?
आइटम डेट 9 तारीख.
उसका नॉर्मल फाइल हुआ कि सैम फाइल हुआ?
उसका नॉर्मल फाइल.
तो उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
तो वो भी इसका ही केस है.
नहीं, उसका अगर रोटेशन नंबर और आइटम नंबर मैच हो रहा है, दैट मींस सैम शिपिंग लाइन ने फाइल किया. सी, आप कोई भी पुराना शिपमेंट उठाओ, योर रोटेशन नंबर विल नॉट मैच विद आइटम नंबर, बट इन फ्यूचर योर आइटम नंबर विल बी योर रोटेशन नंबर. जो वेसल है वो रोटेशन नंबर इज इक्वल टू आइटम नंबर, बट दिस इज ओनली फॉर टाइम बीइंग. फ्यूचर में कस्टमर, लेट्स से फाइनल कंसाइनी जो बिल ऑफ एंट्री फाइल कर रहा है, ही विल आस्क फॉर अ पीसीआर नंबर. आगे जाके वो आइटम नंबर सब आइटम नंबर पूछेगा नहीं. ही विल आस्क फॉर पीसीआर नंबर फॉर ईच शिपमेंट. सो वी विल आल्सो शुड मेक अ प्रोविजन टू सेंड अ पीसीआर नंबर फ्रॉम सिस्टम, क्योंकि 20 डिजिट नंबर मैन्युअली डालोगे, देयर विल बी अ टाइपोग्राफिकल एरर. तो सिस्टम से अलर्ट जाना चाहिए. दैट प्रोविजन आल्सो वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट इट गोस टू कंसाइनीज इन टाइम, क्योंकि आगे जाके वो एडवांस बिल ऑफ एंट्री करेगा, तो पीसीआर नंबर यूज करके ही वो एडवांस बिल ऑफ एंट्री करेगा. एंड इन केस ऑफ इंपोर्ट्स वी आर गोइंग टू फाइल 10-15 days प्रायर. ये याद रखो. शॉर्ट ट्रांजिट जहां पे रहेगा 3-4 दिन पहले, उससे भी शॉर्ट रहेगा तो 1 दिन पहले होगा. बट मोस्टली अगर यूएस यूरोप रहेगा तो वी आर गोइंग टू फाइल नियरली 10-15 days प्रायर, provided we get a SAM, correct VCA number in advance. So don't worry that आगे जाके हमारा अमेंडमेंट होगा. जस्ट चेक आपका आइटम वहां पे दिख रहा है, रोटेशन नंबर और आइटम नंबर मैच हो रहा है, दैट मींस कैरियर ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड फाइलिंग इट. एंड जैसे ही आपको आइटम नंबर दिख रहा है, स्प्लिट अप करो. बट दिस इज ओनली फॉर टेम्पररी पीरियड, but you have to eventually we have to start filing CSN filing from our end. जितने भी ICGate registration issues है, immediately contact the customs JNCS office, 2nd floor, 202 room number, Prashant Kumar and Miss Samruddhi, and get it cleared on priority.
Can you share the numbers?
Yes, it's on WhatsApp.
Can open some questions.
Yes, sir.
First take down the numbers now.
If you are not a part of this group, this WhatsApp group, JNCS SCMTR console NVOCC test filing, so you can send a message. I will add you.
श्रेणी तेरा नंबर दे देना पहला.
मेरा ही नंबर.
प्रशांत नंबर also give.
Any questions so far?
You have to give your number.
I will share you when we have.
we have what? You
When
just
we are
tell-
having
you just tell your number, no?
9833. I thought when we have a personal interaction with them, then I can
No, no, you can't have personal interaction with so many people, no?
9833465331. 9833465331. Sri Hari. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are customers.
Can you hold the mic closer?
Ice gate registration is already there for the development line. Is it necessary to have SCMTR?
You are a custom broker.
Yeah, we both.
You are custom broker plus a consolidator also.
For
Your current registration is what?
customer private limited.
No. Under SCMTR you have done the registration.
No.
So you have to get registered as AMC.
Okay.
You
Under
have to do the
ANC.
registration once again as ANC.
So we have to do it again.
Yes.
We cannot use this existing registration for
No.
So
Not
check,
the
if
custom
you log into IceGate website, check your profile. Is it showing custom broker or AMC? Currently, custom brokers are not allowed to file this manifest.
If you have not done it, I'm saying it with experience. If you have not done the SCMTR registration separately once again on IceGate, then you will not be able to find your.
Any questions? I will be sharing the PPT and this both the JSON files with acknowledgements so that you can have a go through, and ANC, MIG guidelines already there on websites.
Yeah, friends, if there are no questions, then can we wrap up?
So what happens if you file everything and the container gets cut out?
Container gets shut out.
On the import part, for example, the regulation says it has to be filed before sailing, right? So we submit all the data to the carrier, and then the container gets rolled over. Then
You mean to say that you are not filed manifest?
no, you are
File the manifest. The container was supposed to be loaded at Shanghai, but now that container got rolled over.
Yes, good question. We have raised this question 2 days back to Commissioner. He said that the amendment process, let's say you are filed on a wrong DCN number, and after 2-3 days you came to know that vessel is changed, totally changed, or the container is not loaded at origin, or you came to know that only 2 containers are loaded, the rest 2 containers are at transshipment hub. So in such scenarios, we have to transfer that existing CSN details to new VCL. Okay, that facility is not online now. So they are working on that, how to transfer existing manifest from one VCL to another VCL. So it may take time, but they are working on it. That's why I am asking everyone to first get in writing what is a VCN number. When you are identifying VCN number online, you may get 2 VCN numbers, Mundra, Ajira, Navasheva. Immediately raise a question to shipping line. We can see 3 VCN numbers, and I have to file CSN filing. कौन सा VCN में file करना है? So immediately ask them. They will provide you which is the correct VCN. अगर
इस केस में VCN से क्या लेना देना? VCN तो जब कंटेनर वेसल अराइव हो रहा है इंडिया में उसके लिए है। अभी जो उनका क्वेश्चन था कि वहां से लोड ही नहीं हुआ।
लोड ही नहीं हुआ तो फाइलिंग का मतलब ही नहीं है। लोड ही नहीं हुआ तो फाइलिंग का मतलब है। बट कभी-कभी क्या होता है, लोड होने अपने को कंफर्मेशन आता नहीं है, अपने को क्लियरेंस आता है, उसके बाद मालूम पड़ता है कि ये कंटेनर उधर ही रह गया है ट्रांसशिपर को। हाँ, अदरवाइज कंटेनर इज नॉट कमिंग एंड यू ऑलरेडी फाइल्ड और नेक्स्ट वेसल में आ रहा है, ऑलरेडी फाइल किया है, नेक्स्ट वेसल में आ रहा है, देन यू हैव टू ट्रांसफर दैट मैनिफेस्ट सीएसएन मैनिफेस्ट फ्रॉम वन वीसीएन टू अनदर वीसीएन। तो वो नहीं आया अभी तक, इफ ऑलरेडी फाइल्ड।
वो फीचर अगर नहीं आया और ऐसा सिचुएशन हो गया तो मैन्युअली करना।
मैनुअल अमेंडमेंट। That's why I am saying get it in written. कि आगे जाके responsibility can say that shipping line you are providing.
So Pradhan Saab has got almost 40 years of experience, I've got 30 years of experience. We can tell you one thing for sure, every day there is a new learning. सारे आंसर यहाँ पर नहीं मिलेंगे. He's done a good job.
Yes.
I think we need to clap for him. So I think we'll break for the day unless there are one or two questions, and then we've got dinner served. So please feel free to eat and go. वो बिल वैसे भी लगाएगा, आप खाओगे तो हमें अच्छा लगेगा कि अपना पैसा वेस्ट नहीं जा रहा है. So it's a wrap up for today. Otherwise, thank you all for coming. Please escalate your concerns to your seniors so that they can put it up in the association group and we will then address it over there. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a pleasant time. Yeah, so Sanjay is the TIE secretary. He says that for the ladies especially, we've also got the drinks. It's not open for the guys.